Ruben,
I went ahead.
Anisha, AJ, and Steph went on. So I think do you guys jump in here and tell us, you got to get to the microphone and tell us, was it worth the further you went?
I felt that it was just it was maybe 10 minutes further, if that, 5 or 6 minutes further, and then it opened up and you could see a lot more of the, what was it, David's ice field, Williams ice field, Brian's ice field?
I don't know.
Somebody's ice field. You could see a great expanse of it. We walked even a little further and started going down to I believe it would probably call the toe of the glacier, where there's maybe a group of about 4 or 6 people climbing out on it, going into the ravines, and we didn't go all the way down to it because we weren't necessarily prepared for another 3 or 4 hour hike. But I do feel that it opened up into a view that I was grateful I saw.
So it's possible that had I made it to the top, if I wasn't feeling the burn in my feet, maybe I would have a different opinion of the trail. But from where I turned around, I was like, I could have done without it. But
yeah, no, we, after Judah dropped like a fly, and Haley and Chris left, me and Steph went, what was it, 5 or 10 more minutes? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, maybe 15 tops, and we got to a top point, and then there was a bald, I think they call it, a rocky area, and that's where Ruben and Anisha went.
Yeah.
And then, so that was a good view, but the top point that we made it to, you could see the whole glacier, and then even onto the ice fields above it, which was definitely worth a little extra time. I wish you guys would have went.
Just that
one more comment. Judah, damn well knowing that he was going to get blisters, was like, let's go on this 8-mile hike, everyone. We can turn around if we have to.
It's true. I mean, I don't know. I guess there's always that hope. But then when I started feeling the burn, I was like, well, that hope, abandon that hope right now, because that sucks.
There were really old people that were making that geriatrics that were just like coming up and down. Geriatrics, not geriatrics. So there was a lady in a walker that was taking, probably not a walker, like a cane. Yeah. It was an actual cane, not a trekking pole.
Yeah.
She was taking these rocks at a snail's pace, and so we kind of powered up.
Little steps.
Yeah, we powered past her, and that felt good. And then, but on the way down, you could definitely tell how steep it was. So anyone that turned back, we didn't even make it all the way because we were so tired. So Ruben was the only completionist, I think.
Well, no, even still, we made it to another point, but it was still. We realized that there's still 2.5 more miles to go to actually make it to the very top.
Oh, no way.
So not today, but honestly, that being the first big hike that I'd gone on in Alaska, it's something that I would like to return to and actually finish. So it was hard for me to turn around, but knowing that it would have been another 3 or 4 hours added with people waiting in the car down below, below, it wasn't something I didn't want to do that to the rest of the folks. So, but I do plan on finishing that.
I thought
I'll let you know.
In Acadia, we did a good job of planning the long hikes with just an elite crew, I guess you can call it. And then there was so something to keep in mind.
Well,
that's true. That
being said, I mean, okay, so Gabby is super into hiking. She loves doing this stuff with us. Adam's a trooper, and I enjoy when he comes because he does silly things and he makes the trip enjoyable. But their son Oliver, he's to the age where we can't leave him behind anymore. He has to come, he has to start experiencing this with us. But he is still at that age where, he's excited about it and running around in the parking lot like he has energy for days. But then as soon as you step on the trail, it's like, how long is this? Is it done? And
that sounds like Chris.
And it's like instantly his energy goes from 100 to effing like 10%. It's like, what the? Stop running around in the parking lot. Save it for the freaking trail. I guess that's the best I can say. I'm not sure where. Oh, these are probably photos from the top of the top. I mean, from that 8-mile, 4-mile, whatever.
It was 4.2. I think as a group collectively we made it just shy, all of us, of the 2 mile mark.
Mhm.
And then just a little bit further was the 2 mile mark. And after seeing how slow it was actually to go even 1 mile up that steep grade, yeah.
As me, Chris, and Haley were walking down, we came across an older couple, and the dude was like, "Hey, so you guys made it up to the top?" And we were like, "No." And he's like, "Oh, this is my second time up today." And we were like, "What the?" And then he saw I had my Zion shirt on. He's like, "Oh, Angel's Landing, I've done that 2 times. How does this guy doing this?" And he walked past me all like, you know, and his wife walked by me and she's like, "By the way, he's lying." I was like, "Oh, okay, well, I feel a little bit better about that." Here I am making sure I get the right angles on my, gotta hide that fat neck. Oh, look at that neck, good lord.
That was
Oh.
a good angle.
You like that? Let's get a
I think
special
you chose that one.
view on that Jabba the Hutt neck. We stopped at some place called
Moose Nuts. Oh, yeah,
Moose
Moose
Nuts.
No. Moose drop-in.
Moose dropping in. This is my first. I've mentioned to some people that for me, my perfect vacation experience is having a perfect blend of hiking, a scotch of history, not too much, just too much salt can ruin things. Too much history, just, and kitsch. I have to have the proper amount of hiking and kitsch, and this was my first experience of kitsch on this trip. We walk into this place, and it was just decked out with some hideous artwork, and this
Wow.
this talking moose.
But I was wondering, have you seen my tail? I can't find it anywhere. Perhaps you could check the mail or go ask Gail. Hey, that Rob.
Yeah.
It was pretty awesome. They sold some. These are one of those things where people sell empty bottles, but then they label it like moose farts and stuff. This right here is what all these trips are about. Moose Pass gas. So that's what it says.
Oh.
It said Moose Pass gas
Moose
or
Pass
whatever.
gas.
And okay. So this is day 3, I'm guessing, right?
Day 3.
Ooh.
Yep.
Is that moose turn?
Yeah, it is. So
Yeah.
AJ was sick. Tell your story before you leave.
Oh yeah.
Despite Ruben and I just saying that we're going into day 3, that's a lie. We're going into day 4. We're going to end this on a cliffhanger from AJ. Once again, the man has to be the center of attention. Please tune in next week to see what happens there. Subscribe. Thanks for watching. Later.